Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Cranky and tired. I got kids, so dragging them around.
I love it.
Let's get right into it because how does it feel every time you hit the stage with your father Pete, Escovedo, even to this day?
Oh, it's amazing. We just played about a week and a half ago together. I had him to sit in with me. It's just there's no other feeling like it. I appreciate it more than ever. I mean, he's 89 years young, and we force him to still play because he was saying he's wanting to retire, so he's on his retire tour. And I say to him every time, all of us do, you can retire for the next 10 years as long as you don't quit.
Yeah, and let me tell you, you're 5 years old in front of 3,000 people. You hit the stage for the first time. Are you still as nervous when you hit the stage as you were back then?
Every day, every single time I play, it's the same feeling as if it's brand new, and it's my first ever concert. The environment, the butterflies, the nervousness, the excitement, it's all the same, which is a beautiful feeling to have. And I feel that if that goes away, that means that I don't need to play anymore.
You come from a musical family. Everyone's so talented. And you have a godfather, Tito Puentes. I mean, you're the best drummer in the world. And you had you were Toodle. I mean, your mentor was Tito. What did you gain from him, and what do you remember most?
He and my dad met. I think my dad was 18 when he met Tito. And Tito would come to the Bay Area. This is before I was born. He would come to Oakland, California, and San Francisco to play, my dad would tell me. And then later on, after I was born, I remember seeing Tito around the house. When I got older and I started playing professionally, I was touring with my dad. I was 16, and coming to New York, and coming to see Tito play with his band was amazing to see them either at the Palladium or I forgot what the Corso. Man, there's all these amazing places in New York, and they would just play like 2, 3, 4 sets in a night. And he would tell the players, to just leave me alone because we grew up playing Latin jazz and salsa music was different. And so we didn't know, all the ins and outs of the rhythms of salsa. We knew how to play what we self-taught. My dad was self-taught as well. And so with Tito, we just learned, he took us under his wing and just said, you guys just do who you are, be who you are, that the East Coast is different than the West Coast, and forget about the guys. Don't listen to them, and he would just always push us. And one of the things that we learned as well as just being in that environment is to keep pushing.
You're an epitome of a strong woman. I mean, and people, when I spoke about interviewing you, she was like, she held her own amongst men. Having your father being there for you, do you attribute that to that?
I attribute both my parents to that. My mom is the rock of the family, very strong, very athletic, and I was really wanting to move in her footsteps and being an athlete and her brothers. So I was training to be in the Olympics before I became a musician. I loved music, and, it just kind of happened later on, like at 15 when I played with my dad. So I attribute that to both of them.
Well, being a drummer, you do need a lot of stamina, and you're a genius. I want to say you're a genius, and you held your own with one of the greats in the music industry, Prince. What is one thing that we don't know about Prince that you can share? I mean, we know his love of pancakes and basketball, but is there another little nugget that you can share about Prince?
Oh my God. I can't even think right now. I'm not even on that page. Oh man. Yeah, I would have to think about it and come back to you.
Oh, okay. So you've been around the music industry for a long time. What do you contribute to your longevity in the music industry? Is it your endurance? You're able to play still hours on end, or your determination?
It's hard. It's hard. And knowing that God has given me this gift, my job is to bless people every single day as long as I can. And just being open to, as my dad brought all kinds of music in the family when we were growing up, being open to, all kinds of music has allowed me to stay in this game for so long, and loving music and learning, figuring out what other rhythms or making up rhythms at the time that best suits the song and or the artist, and not getting in the way, but really complimenting.
You're moving on now well, I don't know, moving on because I've seen you act before. How do you how do you come about this role, and what do people should expect from seeing you in this new movie?
My agent, I told my agent I wanted to start doing very small parts in acting. I want to try to do that now, and they found this small part in a Lifetime movie that Nobody Dumps My Daughter. That is a small part, and I play like a fortune teller, and the mom is played by Ana Ortiz, and her name is Mary, and Mary's daughter gets dumped by her boyfriend later on, but gets dumped by her boyfriend, and things kind of turn crazy, and Mary comes to me constantly for years and years asking me advice on what do the cards say, and then it turns a little crazy. She wants me to do some things that are not normal for a fortune teller.
Stretching your skills and abilities. What did you bring to the table from your years of performing that helped you out in this new venture?
I don't know, because I've never done this before. So this is a first time as far as doing this for a Lifetime movie for TV, and I've only done a few roles in my entire life. So this was new to me. And really, wanting to do something outside of my comfort zone is always exciting and challenging, and being around people that you've never met before but end up being great people, and the experience itself was amazing, makes me want to do more. So kudos to the director, Stan Brooks, and the cast and crew, Ana Ortiz and everyone else. Made it very comfortable for me to be there.
I can't stop talking about music with you, because if I don't, my father would have my head. So, my father's a big Latin jazz fan, and just adores your family and everything that you contributed to music. What has been your favorite performance ever? I mean, the moment where you really enjoyed yourself, and where was it, and what kind of crowd you had?
That stands out to be when I was 15 years old, playing with my dad. He had a band called Azteca, and his other percussion player, Victor Pantoja, got sick, and so I played congas that day with my dad with his 18-piece band in San Francisco at Moscone Center for, I think at the time was Mayor Moscone, 3,000 people. I had already been playing with other people, and I was in a local band, but never to this magnitude, and that changed my life. And after that performance, I knew immediately that I wanted to change directions on what I was doing, because, working out and trying to be in the Olympics and training for that, that just went out the window after that one performance. And so at the end of that show, I told my dad this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And he's like, oh, my God, this is going to be crazy. And 2 weeks later, I went out on tour with my dad, and I never looked back. That was the beginning of my career.
What message would you have for a young lady out there? And, because, percussionist, is a male, this is a male dominated. But what little message would you have to a young lady out there who wants to get involved?
Become an attorney. It's not easy. It's not easy. And, don't give up and just be your true self. And, you're going to get a lot of no's. No doesn't mean maybe not possible. No to me always means possibilities. No means possibilities for me, because it doesn't mean that you're not capable. And sometimes if it means you don't go through the front door, you go through the back door or the window or whatever, you make things happen, or it means that it's a detour to something else, but it still gives you opportunities. It's just opportunities and possibilities of things that you want to do. You just make it happen.
Oh, my gosh. Sheila E., thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you continued success.